My journey to understand the origin of authority has led to this. Natural laws govern the universe. Government is the negative expression of natural law that manifests chaos. By trusting in governments, people can comfortably believe that it is not their responsibility to understand morality. People believe their ideal conditions in the world manifest because a government provided for them. With this logic, the only requirement needed to believe in government is to not care about objective morality. It is not your responsibility. There is no need to understand objective morality. Just follow the unnatural law of government and everything will be fine. It is not your job to care. This belief is how the negative natural law expressions manifest automatically to where we never learn about true freedom and never have any of our own personal work to try to teach other people about personal freedom. That is why nowhere on has freedom from government. People do not understand the requirement for freedom, so they cannot act out their responsibility. As a species, in giving up our own personal responsibility to obtain the things we say we want, we must now embrace servitude. The negative knowledge of government is that unnatural laws do not lead to chaos. We see throughout history humans have never been free, have never been without government. The knowledge of the requirements for true freedom to manifest are absent or ignored. Until this changes, we will always be complaining and asking for permission to change laws in our servitude of following the law. Occult knowledge. I'm going to be talking about hidden knowledge, which is contrast of what we all know as government. The reason why government is everywhere is because it is deliberately propagated. Unnatural law government has been made common sense so that natural laws become hidden over thousands of years. This creates a power differential between those who are ignorant of natural law and those who sought to replace it. By keeping people from acknowledging the hidden information, they never learn the knowledge required to free themselves. People do not think there is a problem in the world when they are in a state of ignorance. Unnatural law has been propagated to become a simulacra of natural law. This is how our slavery has been maintained. Make you think there is not a problem when there is. Manifest fear and denial of the problem and back it by punishment. And allow there to be little or no chance of courage to face the problem, fear, or denial. Keep people lost in the symptoms of their problems and have experts diagnose their feelings when they feel like they're in a position to make change. Promote ignorance and negative knowledge so that there's no sense of need to make a required action. Have people do what they are told, and people will think they must do what they are told. Contrary to natural law's objective morality, government promotes subjective truth. It is based in the wavering perceptions of individuals. This solipsism is the perception of someone that does not seek to align themselves with the truth of what is happening in the past or that which is occurring in the present. Belief is relevant when it comes to the existence of unnatural law, just as it is relevant to any form of government to be a physical existence. In this phenomena of illusion, the workings of government require belief in order for them to be discovered and known. Unnatural law does not exist without belief. It is unnatural. It is created by man. Mankind is the one with the belief in government. Unconsciousness. The inability to recognize patterns in their meanings with respect to events taking place, both within yourself and within the realm which the self operates. This condition may be brought upon through violence, trauma, other forms of desensitization, and a lack of awareness. The human brain. There are three parts of the human brain: the reptilian brain, which facilitates basic survival function, the mammalian brain, which facilitates human emotion, and the neocortex, which facilitates higher thought process and consciousness. The neocortex has two brain hemispheres: the left brain hemisphere, which facilitates logical and scientific thought, while the right brain hemisphere facilitates creativity and compassion. When both hemispheres are in balance, the neocortex acts in its proper role as the executive command center of the human brain, and true intelligence is born. Intellect combined with creativity. Individuals who are left brain imbalanced tend to seek control over others as their reptile brain takes over. Individuals who are right brain imbalanced tend to seek to be controlled by others as the mammalian brain takes over. Imbalances will lead to mind control as the mind becomes limited in thought. A low consciousness is characterized by the neocortex of an individual to not be activated, as the left or right brain is imbalanced and is either in a survival based or emotional based mindset. This will keep them believing in authority and remain ignorant of natural law principles by way of fearing punishment, falling for distraction, and taking in negative knowledge. Government is the answer. If you never teach people this, they can never get over these mental disorders. This is how hyperreality is built. Unavailable, ignored, or wrong information leads to a lack of understanding to make decisions, which leads to unorderly and dangerous behavior, which leads to manifested chaos. Unnatural law is the inversion of natural law principles of morality. These are interpretations of how government is delivered to the world. This is what the belief in government consists of. The principle of occultism. Keep empowering information hidden away for self empowerment. Maintain a centralized hierarchy of information. The principle of sorcery. Hegelian dialect, problem, reaction, solution, predisposition of problems, they create themselves, suppress natural law and free will. The principle of subjectivism. No truth to anything. Promote the idea of truth being a personal opinion. Hide what objective morality is or change what objective morality means to people. The principle of Darwinism. Those in power deserve to be there. Sociopathy, survival of the fittest, dog eat dog world schism. The principle of self determination. Rise of the ego. Advance your own power regardless of anyone else. It doesn't matter who you have to hurt to achieve success. The principle of eugenicism. Certain people get to decide who lives, dies, or is allowed to reproduce based on favorable or unfavorable genetic traits. The principle of undoing. You shall inverse everything in nature, as nature is imperfect. Undo anything nature created. The principle of degeneration. Not caring. No need to worry about anything. Just let things happen. It is easier and less burdensome to just not care about anything but you and yours. Just let evil reign. This is how unnatural law is facilitated. This is how people who believe in government will think through association, taking in this lifestyle. This unnatural lifestyle that is hyper reality is based in the plane of effects. Plane of effects. There is no relief to be found in the plane of effects. This is due to the fact laws unnaturally created are in response to real world problems, to be enforced by threats of violence onto everyone. Since these laws are created are creating further problems due to violating natural law, symptom management through the plane of effects continues. The physical world is the plane of effects. This is where manifested reality has formed due to their causality. The plane of effects constitutes that which already has occurred. No power to effect change can be found here, because what has occurred cannot unoccur. It has become what is truth. The people of Earth seem to be stuck in the plane of effects and cannot contemplate the plane of causality, which is all mental. The plane of causality. This is where people are able to be affected. This is where manifested realities may be changed before they happen. Change the minds of the people of the world and begin to solve real world problems. Immorality. A lack of understanding in objective morality constitutes immorality. A culture embraced in moral relativism constitutes immorality. Immorality is the lack of distinction between right and wrong behavior, the maintenance and growth of unnatural law. If you do not know what right and wrong is, you're going to cause wrong action. If you don't know about a certain thing, you're going to cause accidents. And you're not going to realize you caused a problem until you get hurt. Unless it's embraced by everyone as a morally righteous thing to do. Then you still think it is okay, even though it never actually is. If you do not care to look for yourself, you may never know if it's okay to do something in according to natural law. Most people embrace immorality, which is the heart of government. Objective morality is the heart of natural law. If we do not align to the objective, we fall into subjective morality. We treat each other just like government treats us. Special thanks to Cory of Nature is the Answer. I was inspired by his Unnatural Law seminar.